Hey everyone, welcome to Coffee and Crafting. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day and thank you for joining me. In today's video, I'm sharing 3 beautiful pumpkin DIYs using Dollar Tree items. So grab a coffee or your favorite drink and let's start. For this DIY, I have a 3D wood pumpkin from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to paint the pumpkin with the blue chalk paint from Waverly. I have a welcome sign from the Dollar Tree. I'll remove the hanger from the sign. I thought I would just pull the twine off so I could remove the staples in the back, but instead I ended up breaking my sign, but it can be fixed with some glue. I'll paint the welcome sign with the blue chalk paint from Waverly. I'll use the chip brush from the Dollar Tree and dry brush the antique wax from Waverly around the edges and on top of the pumpkin to give it more of a distressed rustic look. Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Lori, and if you are returning, thank you so much for coming back. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please take a moment to consider and click that subscribe button and the notification bell, and you'll be notified when I upload any new videos. And if you can give me thumbs up by clicking the like button, this really helps my channel to continue to grow and be recognized. And leave me a comment down below on which DIY you like the most, or just say hello. A big wooden pallet board from the dollar store that I had on hand. I originally stained it for a different DIY but decided to use it for this one. I'm going to glue the welcome sign at the top, and I'll fix the broken piece with some E6000 so it stays as a permanent hold. I'm going to glue a tumbling block on the back of the pumpkin. I'll use E6000 and hot glue to glue the pumpkin to the pallet. I'm going to make a bow with this beautiful pumpkin ribbon from Michaels. I'll cut 2 long pieces and 1 shorter. I'll take the shorter piece and put a little glue on one end. I'll take the other end and bring it up to meet with the glue end to join them together. Hopefully that made sense. I'll do the same with one of the longer pieces. I'm going to assemble the bow. I'll take the longer piece that's glued first, and I'll place the shorter one on top. I'll take the long piece that's left, which is the tail of the bow, and I'll place it underneath the bow part. I'll pinch the ribbon together, and I'll use a zip tie to connect the ribbon in the center to keep it in place. I'll take a small piece of the pumpkin ribbon and I'll wrap it around the center of the bow to cover up the zip tie, and I'll glue it in the back. And to finish this DIY, I'm just going to play around with the ribbon to get the bow into a better shape. I'll fluff up the top and I'm going to cut the ends on the tail. I'm not a bow maker. I'm just starting to learn how to make a bow, and I'm hoping that as time goes on, my bow making will improve. But not only that, I'll be able to explain what I'm doing much better than I did with this one. So I didn't speed up the video. I wanted you to see every step that I did when I created this bow. And I have to say, it's one of the best bows I've made since I started learning how to make a bow. I haven't been confident in showing you how I make bows. I just been making simple little bows. But I hope that you can understand exactly how I made it. And hopefully on my next video, when I make some more bows, I'll explain it much better. I'm going to glue the bow at the top of the pumpkin. I love how this rustic hello pumpkin palette wall hanging turned out. It was easy and simple to make. The blue is stunning and it brings out the beauty of this ribbon as well. Let me know in the comments what you think. For this DIY, I have a metal thankful truck from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to paint the truck with the ivory chalk paint from Waverly. When it dries, I'll paint the top part of the truck with the moss chalk paint from Waverly. I'll brush antique wax from Waverly on the bumper of the truck and wipe off the excess. I'll paint the tires with the ink chalk paint from Waverly. I'm going to dry brush some gold metallic paint around the edges and in the creases on the truck. I'll rub off the excess and blend it in. I'll brush some antique wax around the edges and in the creases of the truck, and I'll wipe off the excess to blend it in. I'll continue to blend some black paint, antique wax, and gold metallic together until I have the antique finish I'm looking for. I'm going to make a box for the back of the truck. I'll glue 3 tumbling blocks above the bumper. I have a small piece of wood. I'll glue the wood on top of the tumbling blocks and glue a tumbling block on the ends of the piece of wood, and I'll place one underneath.
Then he kept walking on down the road, and I watched him disappear like smoke. And I thought I'd just seen a ghost. Then I looked down at what he wrote. It said, "Son, when you grow up you'll be fine. I know you've got questions on your mind."
I'll paint the box with the antique wax from Waverly and wipe off any excess.
Like it all up. Stop looking for the answers, and you'll find what you've got.
I have a Farm Fresh sign from the Dollar Tree. I'll paint it with the moss chalk paint from Waverly.
I met a young man, searching for glory.
I cut a few pieces of a hula skirt from the Dollar Tree, and I'll place it inside the wooden box as a filler.
Wrote in my story.
I'll start adding different flower picks from Michael's inside the box.
Down the road. When your time is up, it's time to go. I pray he reads what's on the note and takes to heart what I wrote. I said, "Son, when you grow up you'll be fine.
I have some pumpkin leaf picks from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to remove the pumpkins and cut them in half.
One way or the other, whether you like it or not. Stop looking for the answers, and you'll find what you've got. When you grow up,
I'll glue the pumpkins above the box on the flower picks.
you've got questions on your mind. Life is gonna happen one way or the other, whether you like it or not. Stop looking for the answers.
I have 2 small square-shaped dowels. I'll stain them with the antique wax from Waverly and wipe off the excess. I'll glue the dowels to the box to make it look like it's the back of a truck cargo bed. I'll add moss inside the box, then glue the last dowel on. I'll glue the Farm Fresh sign on the dowels. I'll add a little more of the hula skirt behind the flower picks and trim the tops to give it more of a fuller look. And I'll add a couple more pumpkins and Spanish moss to the truck. I have an 8x10 frame from the Dollar Tree. I'll remove the glass and the back of the frame. I'm going to paint the frame with the white chalk paint from Waverly. I'll brush some antique wax on top of the white chalk paint. Then I'll use the cloth and rub the antique wax into the white chalk paint, blending it together for a rustic look. I have a package of large crafting sticks. I'll glue them to the back of the frame to make it look like shiplap or barnwood. And I'll glue another layer of the sticks on top to give it more support. I'll paint the sticks with the antique wax from Waverly and wipe off the excess. And to finish this DIY, I'll use a combination of E6000 and hot glue on the back of the truck to glue on the frame. I'll place a few clamps on the truck and frame to hold it together until the glue dries. This Farm Fresh truck DIY did take a while to make, but it was so worth the time and effort in creating this. I think it's one of my best truck DIYs so far, and I love the high-end rustic farmhouse look of this. It can be hung on the wall or even sit on the table. For this DIY, I have a wooden truck with pumpkins from the Dollar Tree. I'll paint the truck with the ivory chalk paint from Waverly. I'll paint the tires with the ink chalk paint from Waverly. I'll paint the wood rails on the back of the truck with the antique wax from Waverly and wipe off any excess. I'll paint the pumpkins with the pumpkin chalk paint from Waverly and wipe off any excess to give it a stained look. I'll paint the tire covers with the silver metallic paint and wipe off any excess. I'll use a chip brush from the Dollar Tree and distress the truck around the edges and on top lightly to give it a rustic look. I have the 2022 Farmers Market calendar from the Dollar Tree. I'll cut the mini picture on the back of the calendar for the month of October. I'll brush Mod Podge on the back of the picture and place it on the door of the truck. I'll add another coat of Mod Podge on top to seal it. I'll brush on some antique wax on top of the truck to blend the picture in. I'll glue some Spanish moss under the pumpkins. I have a flat wreath ring from the dollar store. I'm going to paint it with the white chalk paint from Waverly. A bundle of sunflowers from Michael's. I'll remove the flower heads from the stem and cut the small piece off on the back of the flowers. I'll put a little glue on the back and place them in the holes on the ring. Have some burlap leaves from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to place the leaves under the flowers around the ring. Once I have them where I want them, I'll glue them in place. Some mini pumpkins from the Dollar Tree. I'll glue them in between the flowers. I'll remove the leaves from the flower stems and place them under the flowers, gluing them in place. glued the rustic pumpkin truck at the bottom of the ring. And to finish this DIY, I'll glue some reindeer moss and Spanish moss from the Dollar Tree under the truck on the ring. This pumpkin truck wreath was a lot of work, but it was also easy and simple to make. It has a beautiful high-end rustic farmhouse look that I truly love. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on these 3 different pumpkin ideas for fall. I hope you've been inspired today with some new ideas for your fall decor this year. I want to say thank you again for spending some time with me, and I hope I'll see you in my next video. So until then, have a beautiful day, and bye for now.